What's up, YouTube? Once again, been a while, but I figured I'd make a video on this because I didn't seem to find much information on this on YouTube at all. It's a line boring machine, if you don't know. But when you go on and look up Chinese line boring machines, you don't really find much on YouTube. I found one guy that was doing line welding. I was just trying to find out how this machine was. I did a little more research on it, and it seemed to be a decent machine for what I'm going to be doing. I got one, two, three, four, 5 holes to do, and then hopefully it'll, last longer than that. um, this isn't everything. There's still another package coming on Monday that is a longer boring bar, but this is what it comes with. This is another thing I was wondering about, if these were steel or not. They're not. They're plastic. This is a bushing for your electrode. I'm assuming that this would go over your electrode holder and go into this bearing for bearing support if you're doing the outside bearing. So I'll show you what I have. So this machine costed 27.60 or something like that, shipped. That's with shipping and tax. But that's what we need to fix on both sides. This side here is a little bit better. It's not as bad. This side here, the bushing had blown apart. It dug a big hole in the back. This bushing here was cracked. So the couple of issues that I see with this machine. First of all, I don't like that this bearing, it's just a sealed bearing. I wish this was greasable, but it's not. Comes with these self-aligning bearings. This would be like an inside support if you're doing like a long span. Another outside support. This is your boring bar is going to come out through this gearbox. This one's going to be welded on, so this would be your first bearing, center support bearing, and then the outside bearing. So it came with this bar, which I can find my tape measure. So this one's 2 foot long, and then I think it comes with a 5-foot bar. The issue is all of these come with this European style connector. This is how it came, actually. They didn't put the little screw in here. I started taking this apart though, but this was actually sitting the way it is right now. I'm assuming this is a M10 metric pipe thread here. So I'm going to take this. This is for a miller. This is an old style one. These newer ones are different on the end. It's all the same. They all still work, but the newer ones, it has a cone at the end of it, and then your liner goes inside here. The cone goes over top of it, but this one doesn't have that style. So that's going to plug into here. And then for this plug here, I have an extra one from an old spool gun, because the other extra handle I have didn't have one. My other good one, which is for my LN25, that one I don't want to ruin. But this just plugs into this box here for your weld controls. Well, welding, then your 2 servos. So I'm just gonna cut this here. I'm gonna weld the connector onto this. I'm gonna take that other piece that I just put down somewhere. I don't know where the hell I put it. It's around here somewhere. You guys just saw me put it down. Where did I put it? Jesus. Oh, well, that's not good to put it there. I already started turning this down on the lathe. I'm just gonna cut this off. I started turning this down before I got that. So I'm gonna cut this off here, make it flush to this. I'll tap this with a 1/4 inch tap, which if you don't know, 1/4 inch tap is the same. It's not the same as an M10, but it's very similar. You do have to go deeper with the tap than you normally would. You could still get an or no, it's the other way around. I'm sorry. So the M10 will fit in a 1/4 inch pipe tap, but, or not 1/4 inch, 1/8 inch pipe tap, but it will the other way around. If you were to take a 1/8 inch pipe tap or a fitting to put it into an M10 hole, it's always tight. So if you run a tap in there a little bit deeper, you can do it. So that's what I'm gonna do with that. Hook up those wires. The only thing I see an issue with, this whole thing is actually pretty well built for how cheap it is. If you don't know, normal line boring machine is about 30, 35,000. But this, I don't like how this is at all. I don't know, it just seems cheap. But the tips that are in here, I actually have these. I don't remember what style tip it is, but they are commonly available. Because I have them for, it's these ones here. I have them for a cheap spool gun I had. And I bought them at the local welding supply. But this unit here is a lot bigger than it seems in pictures. This servo motor is gigantic. I mean, this seems like a pretty well built unit. The one thing I did hear about, this servo does get hot. Now, when I was looking for these, I specifically had one, the one that I bought, this one, had a different style. It looked like an actual motor. I don't think it was a servo, but it had an actual motor facing this way with a gearbox. I guess it would have to be a servo no matter what, but it was a different style. Because it needs to know its position. But when they sent this one, which I think is the older style. I think the other ones are updated where that servo is not getting hot, so I'll have to keep an eye on that. If it's an issue, I can put a fan on it. Maybe even put a heat sink on it with a fan, something like that, to try to keep it cool. But I'll make a video once I have this all set up. I can't do the job yet till I get that other bar. This bar, I don't think is gonna be long enough because it comes out to here. These bearings have to be spaced out enough for me to get these out because I can't do it from the inside. So maybe I can do it from the inside because I'm gonna use these to align these, but I'm not gonna go off of just this. I'm gonna pull other reference points from somewhere. I'll use this outside bore all the way around. I'll try to use this. I'm also gonna try to pull, I don't know how accurate this is, but I'm gonna measure from here to here on both sides and see if this is perfect here. If it is, then I can pull a reference from that to here too. So I'll have multiple different references to see. And I don't know if this just went out of focus now, or why is this not focusing? There we go. I don't know if you saw that, but from here to here, I'm going to pull a reference on both sides. And if that's correct on both sides, if they're the same, then I'll use this as a reference to here. But I'll make a follow-up video sometime next week. I guess I could show you guys inside of here. This is the only thing that's kind of a pain in the ass, this big ass box. I might put some magnets on the back of this. It just has some drivers in it. Power supplies. There's two, it looks like two different power supplies. One here and one down here. And I guess here's your servo driver. This might be for that smaller motor. And this one would be for that. Oh, yeah, this is a variable speed drive, I just noticed. That's what that is. Yep. It's fully adjustable right there, but I guess that's plugging into that, which would be the same thing here. Interesting. Well, I guess I'll make a video when I'm using it, and we'll see how it goes. Thanks for watching.